Yo, what's poppin' guys? Welcome back to another Scratch tutorial where today we will be continuing our How to Make a FNAF Game series. In the last one we did Enemy AI, which congratulations if you made it through that with no problems. Congratulations, give yourself a pat on the back. You made it through by far the second hardest part you'll ever have to go through in the series. First being Custom Night, but we're not doing that today, so don't even worry. Today we're doing some smaller things. Like the first thing we're doing is our power, so let's get started. We'll make a new variable called power. Oh my goodness, could you stop capitalizing the O? There we go. Again, we're just going to keep this variable for now. We're going to give it a nice little graphic, but just for now, we're going to keep it at power. Anyways, now let's get into setting this stuff up. So, what are the ways you can make your power go down? Maybe your door, your light, your camera being up, stuff like that, right? Okay, let's set that up. So, basically, what we need to check is if the door is closed, right? So, let's go ahead and set that up. Go into our... No, okay. Let's make a new sprite, and we'll call it Power AI. You don't need to give it a costume. Like, you don't need to give it anything special. Don't need to make it look fancy. When I receive... green flag. I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. Sorry there. Okay, when I receive green flag, it will hide. And when I receive, night start, we will begin the process. So, I'm going to make it so that every night it progressively gets more and more difficult. It progressively loses power faster. So, we'll do... You don't have to do this if you don't want to. So if night number equals 1, then we will check, some forever stuff. So there's a few ways that we're going to have to check this stuff, right? Forever, we will check, how do we go to this? So if, let's start with the doors. If our left door state equals closed, right? The door is closed, we're using power, right? We will then have to set up a singular thing. So we will do something very basic. So we're going to have to set up something for each and every different way. I'm sure there's a much simpler way to do it, but my brain doesn't work in compacting things. I'm not a compact guy. I'm a function guy. I can make it work. I'm stuck at compacting it. So this will make sure it checks the door every single time flawlessly. So what it will do is we'll make a variable called power usage. We can hide that one. So when the night starts, we'll start by setting our power to 100, obviously, right? That's 1,000. 100. And we will also set our power usage to 0. We will change in here our power usage by 1, and then we will wait until, right, our left door state equals open again, right? Just so it doesn't continuously make our power usage higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. And then once it does, we will change our power usage by -1. Pretty simple, right? So there's our left door on night 1. Okay? Well, actually, now that I think about that, I don't even need that in there. That'll be in a different part of this. So what's another thing we can do? We can do the right door. Oh my goodness, are you hearing these voice cracks? These are actually insane. So let's do our right doors now. Right door state. Right door state. Just like that. There you go. There's your power for the right door. Now maybe we can do light state. Or left light state. Saying this is making my face go numb. Well, no, actually, our lights are our doors. So let's just copy this one for our left. So left door state equals light on. Power usage by 1, wait until it's open. Pretty simple. Equals light on. Then wait for it to be open. Pretty simple, right? There we go. We're setting up a bunch of ways that we can add power usage. Okay? Okay. What's another one that we can think of? Our camera being up. Maybe, right? Camera state. If camera state equals up. Power usage by 1. Wait for camera state to be down. There we go. We have every single possible scenario in my game where power could be going up, right? That's every scenario. Now let's actually set up taking away the power. So we'll grab this. And forever, here's where we check, right? What night we're on. If our night equals 1, right? So if our night equals 1, we'll get this little forever loop. Forever, we will wait a specific amount of time. So since it's night 1, we'll wait 1 second, right? Night 1, every 1 second we'll take away the... No. Night 1 will be nice, and every 2 seconds we'll take away the power, right? Or should it be even nicer? So let's think about it. We have 7 nights in total, right? Well, we're just going to program the 6 nights. So if you have 6 divided by 2, right? So 6, you could have, starting at 3 seconds, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1, and then 0.5. So that's what we'll do. We'll start it off, you get 3 seconds on night 1. You'll get 3 seconds of power usages, right? 3 seconds, and then it will change power by, and grab a join. Make the first one a dash or a minus by minus power usage. There we go. Every 3 seconds, depending on how much power we are using, it'll add power that it will be taking away every second. On night 2, every 2.5 seconds, we'll do the same thing. On night 3, every 2 seconds, we'll do the same thing. Night 4, every 1.5 seconds. Night 5, every 1 second. Night 6, every 0.1 seconds. Or 0.5 seconds. And again, that can be changed as much as you want. Fantastic. Isn't that great? There we go. There's your power all set up. Shall we test it? I think we shall. Let's take a look and see if it works. Don't worry, again, we don't have to worry about this right now. We're gonna hide it and make it a nice little graphic. Okay, here we go. Let's test it. The light's on. Okay, we're losing power really, really fast, right? We have to figure out now why we are losing it so fast, right? Oh wait, our night's 6. Right. I forgot. In the last episode, we set our night to start at 6. That'd be why, everyone. That'd be why. It's going down so fast. Okay. It's night 1. Turn our light on. Every 3 seconds, our power will go down. We have our door closed, right? It should go down by 2 now each time. If we have our camera up, it should go down by 3. There we go. It's going down by 3 every 3 seconds. And hey, maybe, as you're thinking right now, maybe you want some things to be more. Maybe the door takes away more power than a light does. And I agree with you. So let's change it by 2. The doors will change the power by 2 instead. And the cameras and lights are both 1. That's fine. Perfect. Makes it even harder now. Now the doors take 2 power to have closed, the lights take 1, and the camera takes 1. Nice. Sucks for the player, right? Just kidding. We don't care about them. Alright. Now I'm going to set up some nice little sprites for the UI to make the UI look better. So it's not this variable, so it's something actually that looks nice. I'll be right back once I'm done. Alright, I am back, and as you see, I have created AI for or not AI, UI for every single possible number of power. I know there's a different way to do this. I just feel like it's a little too complex for a series that I don't want to necessarily be super complex. I'll leave a link where you can download these assets in the description, just like I did with a few other things. But yeah, so once you get those, or you make your own, we'll get to it. So I made that the design of the Power AI, by the way. That's the design of the Power AI. So if you download the assets, it's going to be downloaded as a sprite. Then just bring all these scripts into that new sprite. Okay. So when I receive night start, all we got to do is get a forever loop, forever. So we'll make it show when the night starts too. Show, oh boy, where are we going to go here? So let's hide this stuff that we don't want showing right now. Let's hide the power, hide the camera, hide the office. Oh, there it is, power. I'm going to put it up, all the way up in this corner. Alright, now that I got it in this corner, we will make sure that it goes to that location. And then forever, switch costume to power. There we go. Since power is a number, I have all of these named to what they are. You won't even have to worry. That's all you need. Let's take a look. See how it looks. Take a play. Night 1 appears on the screen. Power 100. There it is, all the way up there. If you turn the light on, and it starts going down. Yep. 98. Close the door. 95. 92. Yep, power shows. One thing I want to do is when I receive camera up, hide. When I receive camera down, show. I want to check if that works real quick. Boop. And then if it does, we'll be on to the next little thing to add. Hides, and it shows. Yep, it does. Next thing I want to work on is making sure that the clock in the office actually changes. That means we have to set up some time. So, you know, we can actually beat the night. How does that sound? Sound pretty good? Alright, cool, let's do it. So, let's make a variable called time. Again, this is just extra thing. So, shall we set up a time AI? I think we shall. Well, no, we don't even need to set up a time AI. We can just do it in the office, because the office is the thing that actually has to change. So, when I receive night start forever, well, first of all, we want to set our time. Set the time to 12. There we go. Our time is set to 12. Now what we need to do is we need to basically switch costume to time. There we go. And as if you remember, we have all these numbers set up. 12. There we go. Now let's do this thing to actually make the time go by. How about that? So I didn't mean to throw away the forever loop. Okay. So night start forever, maybe every minute. So a night will be 6 minutes in mine. You can make whatever you want though. Just make sure it lines up with your AI too. Because if your AI is taking 30 seconds and a minute's 30 seconds, and then like one of the hours is 30 seconds, on night 1 they might not even get to your door. Just keep that in mind. So every 60 seconds we will run an if time equals 12, because obviously if I just say change time by 1 and it's at 12, it'll change it to 13. So I just have to check once. So if time equals 12, it will set the time to 1, else it'll just change the time by 1. So if it's not 12, it'll just change it. So that's what you need right there. Okay, perfect. Then after that, we will do a inside of this forever. Well, we'd actually want a new forever for this one. Actually, no, we even wouldn't. We could just do this. Forever. If time equals 6, or whatever time you want. If time equals 6, we can hide that variable now. Broadcast night finished. And we can hide the office. I'm going to grab a when I receive night finished. Hide, just so I can drag this into all the other things that'll be showing. Static could be showing. The darkness will be showing. Buttons could be showing. Well, actually, what we're going to want to do is stop other scripts in the sprite. This is what we're going to want to do. Give that to every single possible thing that could be showing at the time when the night ends, when you finally beat it. So once I do that, I'll be right back. Alright, I just did it. Don't forget to put that same thing in your AI. Even though your AI doesn't show, you still want it to stop the other scripts on the sprite, just so it stops their movements. So there we go. That should actually be that. Let me check this just to see if the thing actually changes. So maybe instead of 60 seconds, just so we can test, we'll do it every 5 seconds. Just so we can see if the office actually changes. Let's take a look-see. Night 1. Every 5 seconds, that clock in the office should end up changing. We'll take a look. Yep, it changed to 1. Let's even get to 6 maybe. To 2. There's 3. Alright, awesome. There's 4. That's 5. And then 6 should hide everything. Congrats, it works. Now what do we do? Well, now we make another backdrop for our actual windscreen. So I'll take this color, please. And then we'll go ahead and make that little backdrop real quick. And we'll do the classic FNAF thing, where you just write a big old 6 a.m. Smack that right on screen. Just like that, and we'll call it 6 a.m. screen. And we'll do a when I receive green flag. This is in our backdrop, by the way. We will switch the costume to title. When I receive... Oh, excuse me. Night finished. You'll switch the backdrop to the 6 a.m. screen. So now when we beat the night, it will add our 6 a.m. And then maybe we can do... It'll be on the screen for maybe 5 seconds, maybe. And then you know what we do? Then we go ahead and we broadcast green flag. Let's take a look and see if we can beat it. I'm going to actually switch the time down just so it goes a lot faster, just so we can test it. Let's take a look. Night 1. Okay, the time's going. Perfect. Everything's going as it should. There we go, 6 a.m. And there we go. It restarts the game. And one thing we have to do that we didn't is when the night is finished, we will change our night by 1. Change our night by 1. There we go. Awesome, awesome. How are you feeling? You feeling good? I'm feeling good. So you want what we could do now that we're not going to do now, we'll do in a later episode? We could technically set up saving right now, which I will do. Not in this exact episode. Hold up, let me grab a drink. You should grab one too, stay hydrated. Alright, fantastic. Alright. There we go. We have power and time down. Let's set up some jump scares. I'm going to quickly go make the animations for them. You're going to want to have them separate sprites. So, like, I'll make an ugly jump scare. So, I'm going to animate all their jump scares real quick, and then I'll be right back to do the coding. Alright, I'm back, and I've made their jump scares. I expect you to make... far higher quality jump scares. I made these just because it's a tutorial and they don't need to be super good, but I'll give you a look at them. So I'll show you uglies. How many does he have? 13, so 12. Let me just run through these real quick. I'm just going to set up a quick little animation thing. We're obviously going to make them look pretty good. So, alright, here it is. Ready? Here's uglies. He just goes up and gets bigger. That's all. Nothing super special. Very, very basic. What does Rope Man have? Man, I don't even remember what Rope Man... Well, I do remember what Rope Man's was. How many does he have? He also has 12. Okay, cool. He should probably show, shouldn't he? He just does it from the top because he kind of crawls on the ceiling. He does inherently the same thing. Again, don't do something like this. This is a terrible example of what you should be doing, because you should not be doing it like that. It's very lazy. I'm just doing it because tutorial man, big. And what about Bean Chick? What does Bean Chick have going for her? Okay, Bean Chick, you have also 12. Okay, here she is. Well, she just kind of, as you probably just saw there, she just kind of comes in from the side. She comes in from the side and kind of like eases her way up to the camera. Again, you can make that as different as you want to. But there's the general rundown of what my guys look like. So let's hide these all. And let's design how they look. Inherently what I did was pretty much it. So when I receive green flag, hide. When I receive... So we're in ugly right now. So I'll do ugly jump scare. We will switch costume to 1. We will then go to 0, 0. Show. Go to front. We'll go to front before we show, actually. And then we will repeat 12 times, because we only have 13. Go to the next costume, but we'll wait 0.01, just like that. And then we will maybe wait like a second. Or like, we'll wait a little bit shorter than a second. And then hide. Pretty easy. And then that would broadcast something that we'll call death. And then there you go. Do you want to make a jump scare sound? I taught you how to make one in a video from before, but if you don't know how, I'll teach you how to make one. You can obviously go find one if you want to, but here's how you can pretty easily make one. All you gotta do is hit record, and then make a weird noise into your microphone. Whatever you want. Maybe you can just be like... Beautiful. Cut off where you need it. Right there. I have no idea why it's not coming out of my mic. Kind of weird, but whatever, it works. Don't you love it? Alright, we'll call this ugly jump scare noise. So what we can do now is you can add a robot. Ah. And maybe faster. There we go. Jump scare noise. Awesome. And when you receive ugly jump scare, you will simply play sound ugly jump scare noise until done. Also at the end here, don't forget to stop other scripts in the sprite. So if the jump scare noise is too long, it will cut it off. So let's see what ugly jump scare looks like when it's done. Perfect. Nice. I'm just going to copy this and put that right in Rope Man's. So here we are in Rope Man. When you receive green flag, hide. And instead, we will do, this will be Rope Man's jump scare. All that stays the same. Let's make him a jump scare noise. Maybe that sounds good. Who knows? Perfect. Faster. Perfect. Rope Man jump scare noise. And of course, when you receive Rope Man jump scare, play sound Rope Man jump scare noise until done. Let's test it out. Perfect. Awesome. Now let's set up Bean Chicks jump scare. Okay, that's super annoying that it does that. Put that in there. Thank you. So we have to obviously do when I receive green flag, hide. When I receive Bean Chick jump scare, all that good stuff stays the same. Let's give her a jump scare noise. Maybe like that. Perfect. Perfect. All right, sounds awesome. All right. Perfect. Oh, I forgot to name it. Hold up. Bean Chick jump scare noise. Okay. When I receive Bean Chick jump scare, broadcast, play Bean Chick jump scare noise until done. Let's try it. Perfect. The jump scares work. Let's take a look and see what happens when we lose. So let me just bring out Rope Man's AI and set this up to 3 to 5 seconds on night 1, just so we can quickly go ahead and get right through and get to the jump scare really quickly. So let's watch Rope Man move around. He's in cam 2. I forgot we had the time going down really fast. Let's set that back to what it's supposed to be. Forgot about that. Silly me, aren't I? Am I right? Silly me. Okay. Let's watch Rope Man move around. He's in 2. He's in 4. He's in 6. He's at the door. And then he gives a little bit of time to be able to close it. Perfect. Now we just have to do something that happens when death is received. So let's give a death screen. Backdrop. Death screen. Same stuff as the other things. Perfect. give me this color so I can write game over. Perfect. And now this office has this night finish thing, right? So if we receive death, the same thing's going to happen. We're just going to go ahead and give that to every possible thing that could be on. Again, don't forget your AI either. That's very important. Once I'm done with this, I'll be right back. Alright, I've just given this little line of code to every single possible sprite that could be showing when I get jump scared. Now let's come up to our backdrops and actually set up a death screen. So when I receive death, go to death screen, wait 5 seconds, broadcast green flag. Pretty easy, pretty easy. If you want to be really fancy, you can come up to here and do when I receive death, show, go to front, wait 5 seconds because that's how long it's there, and then hide. Let's go ahead and test out our death again to see how it looks. I hope it looks good. Let's watch little rope man move around. Oh, there he goes onto cam 2. Swoops to cam 4. Hops to cam 5. Somersaults to my door. And then I get jump scared in a second. Okay. Well, I know what's going on there. That's because I gave him this thing. So let me do this one more time. We'll make Rope Man's AI even shorter. 1 to 2 seconds, and he'll do it. One more quick test. Sorry. So to make sure everything's working super nice. Oh boy, he's on a move. Oh, he's on the move. He's on the prowl. Hey, Rope Man. What are you doing, huh? How are you? Doing good? And then there you have some static. That sits there for 5 seconds, and then there you go. It starts you again. And make sure that when you die, it does not give you your next, night. Like it does when you win. Look at how you see how it changes it. Make sure your death doesn't change it. Okay. So, we added time, jump scares, and power. I think we made some good progress. That's where I'll end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, then like it. If you didn't like it anyways, because series is not done yet. We got a few more things to add. While you're at it, I want to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. That helped me out a lot. I'm trying to get to 2,000 now. We just hit 1,000 a little while ago. Thank you guys so much for that. I can't get grateful enough. But yeah. Join Discord, link in the description. Provided assets in the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.